Coming at you live. Live, here we go. This is like the third time we're trying to do this.
Yeah. Third time is the charm.
Say hi in chat if you guys are seeing us and hearing us okay.
Yeah.
This is the first of our January.
Hopefully you guys see this, because if not, we failed again.
Yeah, let's see. Anybody out there in internet land? Hey, Gilgamesh.
Gilg.
How you doing, buddy?
How are you doing? Thank you for responding and letting us know that we are indeed actually live. Because we've done this intro 3 times.
Yeah. We kept screwing up the intro, and it kept trying to push the buttons, and we got error messages. But yeah, welcome to our first of our January night shift. It's kind of like Baywatch nights.
Yep. With David Hasselhoff and no Pamela Anderson.
No, there's none of us, no Pamela Anderson here. And I don't think either of us have the chest hair of David Hasselhoff.
That is true.
So
I can, though, run in slow motion. That is true.
Oh, that is true. I've seen you do it. It's incredible.
It's a superpower.
Yes, that was like the second time I made that joke, and it's not as funny that time.
No, it really wasn't.
No. So anyhow, welcome. It is.
Oh, that was awesome.
It is 9:30 here in Southern California. Should be camera beyond me. It is 9:30 here in Southern California. We're doing our night shift, so we can kind of cover all different time clocks around the world and try to have a hangout chat with you guys. I don't have that much particularly planned. I do have a margarita going for tonight's Pubcast. And Joe is drinking. What are you drinking there?
I'm drinking water.
You drink that's water?
Yeah, it's just a matcha water. They made me pay up for a medium to get water.
So why?
I don't know.
That's ridiculous.
No, actually, it was. I don't know. It's a buck. It was a buck.
Okay, that's okay. So, still.
But I was like, I don't want. Well, you know. I'm trying not to drink as much caffeine. And thank you for those from Oz from Tasmania,
yeah,
which brings like the old cartoon. It was like, "Welcome to Tasmania." It was the one with the Tasmanian devil. In it. Like that was the theme song. That's what I brought up from Cape Town, from Perth. Oh, look at all you guys!
We're getting a lot of people from overseas here for our late night chat.
Yep.
It's your guys' Saturday morning or afternoon.
Yeah, Saturday morning / afternoon,
which is good because then we can all hang out in different time zones and see what's going on. Why am I going over there?
Eric Walker from Paris, California. Hey, wow, welcome.
It's in Paris, California, the city of lights.
The city of lights.
It's a beautiful Paris.
Respect from India.
Our Garden Grove.
Garden Grove, yep.
Very nice.
Got Karma.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't have a whole lot planned. I've been working on the short that we shot in December.
Yep.
I'm pretty much 90% done with the music, but that's 10% music where you're still trying to find the track. And I gave up trying to find the track, and now I'm trying to write the track.
Yeah.
And
when all else fails, compose your own track.
Yeah, compose your own damn music.
Yep.
And I'm trying to learn how to use Cubase right now because I bought Cubase many years ago, and I never learned how to use it. And then I rebought and upgraded it just recently because I was going to learn how to use it, and I still don't know how to use it. I'm still kind of toying around with it, but I'm going to learn how to dang well use it.
Yeah, like when I've been playing around with my game, like I've actually been debating trying to learn how to do tracks because I've been like. It's like, oh, well, maybe I should just compose my own music instead of trying to look for these royalty-free things, because it's so hard to find something that fits the mood you're trying to put in, you know.
It's a pain in the butt.
Oh yeah, it's like
the worst part of the job is trying to find the proper music. I mean, it's just painful. But I'm working on that. I need to do the video for the time code, and then we need to do the behind-the-scenes little chat about that.
Yep.
So I still got lots going on, and I have more ideas for IQ bits coming up that I want to do.
Yeah.
So we're still
many ideas of just getting them all out, essentially.
Yeah, and it's January, so it's it's the FU January.
And yeah, exactly.
It's not.
And Simon, we're on purposely late. This is the late night late shift of Pubcast.
Hey, Burbank too. So. Alexander from Burbank, representing California.
Representing the California.
Yeah, so other than, this catching what we do, check out our Patreon. There it is, patreon.com/FilmmakerIQ. I haven't been paying that much close attention. We're close to that $500. We're about, a couple $100 away. We're over the halfway point.
Yeah, there you go.
So if we get $500 a month, we're going to start throwing pies, having a pie fight.
Yep.
Old-fashioned pie fight. When's the last time you've seen YouTubers make a pie fight?
Exactly. It has been a very long time.
And maybe we'll set to K-pop. You never know.
There you go.
You never know. You know what this podcast needs.
Yeah. More K-pop.
More K-pop, but or maybe not so much. So check us out on Patreon. Donate if you can, and check us out at filmmakeriq.com. We got new articles up there. Toby Hooper, who's a director of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Poltergeist, and all those. Is his birthday today.
Oh, there you go.
Screwed the year up, but I corrected it. So we corrected the year.
Missed it by that much.
Yeah, that's okay. Hey, if we were perfect, you wouldn't have anything to complain about.
Yep.
So it is his birthday day, so you can check out a little bit of history about him, and all kinds of good stuff on there. And
Bad Karma, we need all of you guys in our life, obviously.
Yep.
That's why we do these.
And of course, if you want a T-shirt, they're still available, 24 frames per second. I want to do a couple more T-shirts along the way. I want to do like a what's it called? The easy, fast, cheap kind of thing, triangle. I got some ideas for some like maybe like Kuleshov effect, and a bunch of other stuff. So I want to do some more T-shirt designs, but I just haven't had time to. But if you want a T-shirt, get them there at teespring.com/store.
And hey, if you guys actually get the shirt, take a picture, put it on Twitter, and then link it to us so we can check it out. Like, that would be really awesome, just to see you guys roaming around in real life wearing the 24 frames.
Yeah, and I've had people also
or the IQ, obviously,
IQ
whichever
cool.
one. Like,
I got the do not fix and post shirt too on there.
Oh yeah,
that's fun. I'm gonna wear that. I think I wore that to one of our shoots, something like that.
Yeah. Didn't you wear it to our the one that we did up in? Oh,
I wore the 24 on that one.
Yeah, you wore the 24. That's right.
I forgot which one I wore it to.
Yeah, I remember you wearing it one of the last couple days, or not the last times when we did some shooting.
Yeah, so we actually.
Oh, actually, I think it was when we did the pickup shots.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
that was the reason why.
Because I think it's in the behind the scenes stuff that I did that day.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, we're like we're really hamming up the shirt, but yeah,
I'm enjoying the margarita, but I'm talking about the shirt. So yeah, that's the goobly gook out of the way. What say you guys? Have any questions? You want to talk about anything?
That really hammy thing. The guy was like, "I am your #1 fan," and then I always think of that one thing where he pulls out you're like, "No, this is my #1 fan." Yeah.
I had a fun. I did a fun dailies. It was about. Did you know that the Three Stooges hold the record for being the first movie to make fun of Hitler?
Yeah, I remember seeing. I read that on your thing. On your.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. The Three Stooges beat out Charlie Chaplin by like 6 months for making fun of Hitler.
Yeah.
First ones to make fun of Hitler. So.
Thoughts on bringing up
baby? My goodness, we're going way back into the machine for that one. Bringing Up Baby, isn't that the one with was it the Philadelphia Story I'm thinking of? Isn't that the one? It's the old screwball comedy, Bringing Up Baby.
Probably.
Yeah, it was a really good film back. It wasn't Philadelphia Story
unless they remade it recently.
I don't think so. Yeah. But yeah, Philadelphia Story, which was. It's amazing how you ever seen the movie His Girl Friday?
Yeah, of course.
It's really popular, right? Mm-hmm. Because it's also public domain because they screwed up the. It's incredibly dry. There's like no music in that film whatsoever. It's a weird thing about that. Yeah. But I think Philadelphia Story was kind of similar. It was 1930s, and Bringing Up Baby, because baby is the little lion, or little cheetah thing, or whatever. I believe that's right. Chat will probably correct me if I'm totally off base here.
And Mr. Vikas? Oh, wait, I have this. Why
is he looking over there? Why is he
I'm looking like on the thing. I have this right here. Mr. Vikas, thank you so much. We always try to do nice work.
Oh, yeah.
But, I remember His Girl Friday.
Yeah.
And then I remember because I used to watch like older ones.
Yeah.
Champagne. I don't know if you ever saw Champagne for Caesar.
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it was Vincent Price, which is kind of because I have a real love for Vincent Price.
Everyone, yeah.
But it was his name was Sky Blue Waters, Waters was his. He made soap, and they're like, oh. he's like, you know what they used to call me is like sky blue waters? Like, no, dirty waters. So to show them, I went into soap. But like the whole thing, Champagne for Caesar is the main guy who's not Vincent Price, because he's actually like kind of the bad guy in this. He turns out to not be so much of a bad guy, but the main guy found a parrot that was essentially alcoholic. It was like drunk off its ass, and like so his parrot just like champagne for Caesar. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah.
Okay, I think I remember parts of that.
Yeah, and so the end of it is that he's going through this quiz show and he's winning because he like all he does is read encyclopedias.
Mm-hmm.
And so at the very end he loses, and you're like, oh, did he lose because because he wanted to? Because Vincent Price is throwing like girls at him and all this other stuff, like making him deals. And then, if he wins, he essentially gets all of Vincent Price's money in his company. And that he loses. But the end of it is the little parrot got like an all-you-can-drink. Like essentially, they just made it the bird alcoholic.
Okay.
Like, and Vincent Price and Caesar get drunk together. That's like the end, and he goes off with the girl. But it was not a really good movie.
Not a bad ending. Yeah. Speaking of old movies, okay, so you were talking about that. I just wanted to bring up Arsenic and Old Lace. Because that seems like another movie that we both have in common from our childhoods. Yep. Watching that, like probably on repeat.
Yep.
Memorizing every single line. Did you know that they originally wanted to cast Boris Karloff as the Boris Karloff character in the thing? The reason why he didn't do it because he was in contract to a play he was doing, I believe, of that show.
Yeah.
Because Boris Karloff did play that tall Mortimer. Mortimer is the Cary Grant character.
Yeah,
I forget the name of the big tall guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, then there's also Some Like It Hot, and
you know what's really weird? Okay, and I'm going to get probably in trouble for this. Is watching Some Like It Hot with people that are like 20 years old now.
Yeah,
it is very uncomfortable. Because those whole Teens React on BuzzFeed and all those horrible channels, whatever. Teens react to like Seinfeld, and they're like, "Well, this isn't funny."
Oh yeah, I saw that one. I was like, "What? You guys don't seem to understand."
Yeah, well, in some ways, watching Some Like It Hot with 20-year-olds is kind of like that, because they're like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
everything like strikes them as. I mean, yeah, it's the sexual harassment in that film is of course played to the like extreme, because like they're making fun of the fact that they're hitting on dudes and dudes don't hit on dudes kind of thing. But yeah, like people take it today way too seriously, and it's uncomfortable for people to watch it.
Bad Karma. I have not seen Glass yet, which is surprising.
Oh, you know what? I wanted to see that, but then I read about it, and I was
did you watch?
Red Letter Media?
Red Letter Media.
I watched,
I didn't watch it. I saw, I technically watched it up to the point where they were going to go into spoilers, and then I stopped watching it because I wanted to make my own opinion of it, because I don't really agree with, not Jay, what's the other one? The main guy, Mike. I'm not a big, I find myself always at odds at 90% of what he says, unless it's about Star Trek or Star Wars. Like, those I tend to agree with him on. And then Jay is always Jay's a little closer to mine, but then he always shoots off if it's not artsy enough for him. So I was always, I watched up to their thing. I was like, okay, that's interesting. Mike liked the first half of it, and Jay, I don't think liked any of it.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And,
that's kind of funny, because I think I flipped the opposite. I'm more like Mike, and I'm more like Mike than Jay.
Yeah.
But I also watched a few other reviews of it, and they kind of said the same thing. The first half, you're like, "Wow, this is really great. Where's it going to go now?"
Yeah.
And then it's like,
yeah, that was the thing. Is I was agreeing. I'm probably gonna side with Jay on it, or not with Mike on it. But at the same time, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna at least give it a fair shake. I'm not gonna go into with the spoilers.
Yeah.
And just try to see if I'm surprised. And
well, you know the weird thing about it. So I did watch the spoilers.
Yeah.
And to me, they mean nothing. Okay,
without a context, they mean nothing.
It's like, all right, so and so, whatever. I'm not going to spoil it, obviously. No spoiler alert. I'm not going to spoil it, but so and so something enough to happen to so and so. I'm like, okay, how does that for me, there's no context that doesn't spoil anything for me. You know, like I guess if I'm watching the movie and I'm thinking ahead, like, oh, I'm watching this character and I know something's gonna happen to this character. I don't know. See what the problem is right now. I'm kind of too busy to do stuff. Like that movie just seems to go to that movie. It's like I don't really want to take the time to do it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we should just wait till it comes out on Netflix and just watch it on Netflix. The guy
says, "I'm Aliens fan." Well, Aliens is good. That wasn't pretty good to leave.
That really old movie, Aliens, Mr. Stark. Remember that movie?
Yeah, exactly.
I rewatched Infinity War, and I gotta say, man, the second time viewing it, it holds up real well on a second viewing. It really does.
But let's see. So with the third installment of filming this year of Bill and Ted's.
Cool.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure or Bogus Journey. It's Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
I don't think I've seen Bogus Journey. I've seen the Excellent.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, Keanu Reeves is in the new movie, and it's not being considered very good.
Which one?
Replicas.
Oh.
Apparently, like the critics I watched, they think it's horrible. They think it's like, man, Johnny Depp, he was so good as John Wick. What happened?
Yeah.
It's like, well, no, because John Wick plays to Keanu Reeves' typecast, whereas this other movie is like, you know, it's like him doing Shakespeare. It's like Johnny Mnemonic as, you know, Hamlet. It doesn't quite work. To be or not to be? That is the question.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. It's like that kind of voicing.
Yeah, playing Battleship with Death, yeah. Well, Death was apparently a very sore loser.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's the one where it's like they're in hell. They go to die.
I'll admit it. I'm not that cultured. I have not seen Wild Strawberries.
Oh.
Which is when you're playing chess with death.
Oh, yeah.
I know the film. I know, and is it? I think it's Rutger Hauer that does it.
I think so.
And the guy that's built Blade Runner, but I have not seen it, and I should see it.
Mr. Vike has asked, "How are you switching between cameras? Please show the setup."
All right.
Really, you can kind of see it right
It's
there.
on the wide shot there.
Yeah, it's this mixer right here.
Yeah, I mean,
we don't have an overhead.
We don't always answer this. I mean, we get it once in a while, but we're running off on vMix. We can answer it. We're running off a software called vMix, which is a live switching program. I've got a couple Blackmagic dual Decklink cards in there that they're capturing the cameras.
Yeah.
And then I can switch using basically any MIDI keyboard. And this is a MIDI keyboard. This is a Kai APC Ableton. This is like what DJs use to like drop the beats.
Drop the beat.
Well, instead of dropping the beat, I just have it set to my different cameras. So I have there's Joe, and there's a wide shot, and I can control the volume and all that. And that's how we're doing it. I really like this setup, so I really highly recommend it.
Thank you so much. We try to be very educational.
I'm always trying to be educational.
Yeah.
The least I can do is be educational. And because I'm not entertaining.
Yeah.
So I might as well be educational.
What should win Best Picture this year?
That's a good question.
I'm not even sure what's in the running right now.
All right, so Joe, why don't you just pull up a new tab and then we'll actually talk, because I want to talk about this a little bit, but I don't know. Sometimes talking about Oscar race is a little bit like cliche and boring.
Best.
To me, pretty much all the Oscar movies nominated for Best Picture are pretty obvious that they would have been. My favorite is The Favorite because I like the pun. But here's what they are.
Award for Best Picture: Bohemian Rhapsody, The Favorite, Black Panther. Black Panther? Seriously? Mm-hmm. Black KK Klansman. I don't know.
Black Klansman, yeah.
Black Klansman, whatever. Green Book, Vice, A Star Is Born, or Roma.
I have seen about half of those, and I gotta say, Favorite's my favorite. I haven't seen Black Klansman. I really wanted it. That's Black Klansman's about a Spike Lee joint.
Yeah.
It's about a black reporter who goes undercover to infiltrate the KKK.
Okay.
So that's what the Black Klansman.
Gotcha.
What else is in there?
Roma, Star Is Born, which you saw. Star Is Born.
I saw.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
I have not seen Bohemian Rhapsody. So the Bohemian Rhapsody is a kind of a controversial one because a lot of people are saying it's not that good.
Yeah.
But they threw it in there because it's popular. It won the Golden Globe, so that's shocked me for like best musical or comedy. It's like I don't know about that one.
Battlefield Earth.
Yeah. Best movie ever.
But I would say honestly, I would say A Star Is Born. I don't. Here's the thing. I liked Black Panther, but do I think it's? I don't know. I mean, would I say that it's something that would be construed as the best picture? Like, as much as I like seeing a comic book movie in the best picture running, at the same time, maybe there's a little bit bias from me as well, but I would go with something else. I don't know.
I think the reason why Black Panther is there, and I think you can't deny, is that it was really culturally important.
Yep.
And a lot of people, like, the Black community, was really served by that film, and it was like, hey, look, we can actually make a hit and have a hit. It was a really important. So I think that's the reason why it's there. I think that's why it deserves to be there.
Yeah.
But yeah, is it my favorite movie? No, it's not my favorite movie of the year. But like, the question is, like, if we're going to do that, if we're going to make that the standard, are we going to make, like, every movie that has a big cultural phenomenon, and we're going to make an Avatar or something? Although Avatar will be nominated if it's big enough.
Yeah. I mean, you like The Favorite.
Yeah, I love The Favorite. Now, have you yet to see Green Book?
Yeah, I haven't seen Green Book.
So Green Book is about this guy that drives around this black piano player, a classical piano player, through the South. And the Green Book is actually a travel guide for black people traveling in the South, what places were friendly to traveling black people versus versus places where you should stay away from. Yeah. So, I mean, but it's apparently a very heartwarming, like, movie that your mom would love. One of those
tearjerkers, yeah.
I haven't seen Vice, just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah.
And Roma, okay, I'm gonna take a very controversial opinion on it. I did not like Roma at all, but part of it probably is because I watched it at home on my TV screen, which is not 4K. I don't have a 4K screen at home, and it's not that big. It's decent size. But Roma it's like an art film. It's about this maid. And stuff happens to her, and stuff happens in this Mexican society, and it's such a blah movie for me. I did not get it. I did not come away from it at all. And like, people were saying that the photography is gorgeous in it. To me, the photography is kind of like bland, because the weird thing is there's shots in Roma where as a director, I'm keeping thinking to myself, like, how do I know that shot was good? Like, was there anything in that shot that, like, that's perfect? Like, It just looked like randomness to me. And, like, I realize there's some stuff that's not random, but, like, it just felt so pedestrian.
Yeah.
The stuff that happened in the movie. Whereas, like, a great movie that's in black and white that I love is a movie called Frances Ha, which is that one chick that won from last year, director last year, I think, or writer for that. My brain is so bad right now. Lady Bird.
Oh,
the girl from Lady Bird, that directed Lady Bird, but she was in that movie. She wrote it with her husband, who directed it. That was a great movie, and it's beautiful in black and white, and it looks great. But yeah, Roma just did not do it for me, and I know. So right now, I really think it's going to be between Roma and The Favorite. I think those two movies are going to, like, fight it out.
I think Star is Born has a chance.
Yeah, Star is Born is more like the traditional.
Oh, okay, did you see this trailer for Sam Elliott's new movie?
No. I gotta hear about this.
The Man Who Killed Hitler and also Bigfoot.
Okay.
Now, you think that is a comedy.
Yeah, it's not.
But it is not.
Okay.
Like, so essentially, he's like when he was younger, he was kind of like a secret, kind of like the secret agent style kind of person who killed Hitler, like, back in the day. And then he retired to some small town. And there's an outbreak that's, like, happening, and Bigfoot is apparently the cause of this outbreak, and Sam Elliott has to go and kill Bigfoot.
Okay.
Now, I'm really hoping
it's gotta
there
be a
is
comedy.
some comedy.
Yeah, it's got to be some comedy in there.
I hope.
Well, I mean, it's got to be an action film, right?
It also has what's his name, the Larry, that one guy who played, like, the judge and all this stuff. I'm sure somebody's probably like, oh my gosh, But yeah, it's like the weirdest thing. I watched the trailer for it, and I was just like, what the heck is this? Like, you don't know what to feel. Like, there's some lightheartedness because apparently nobody believes that he killed Hitler, but the government then shows up and, like, says, like, yeah, he did kill Hitler. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see. David Simmons says, so I'm considering switching from Final Cut Pro to Resolve. Tired of the limited options in the Mac side. Thoughts. Resolve seems to work well with my codexes, before I pulled the trigger.
Before I pull the trigger on a paid version.
On a paid version.
You know what the best way might be to get the paid version is to buy maybe buy a Blackmagic camera. You get the full version with it.
Yeah.
Thoughts on it? I use a PC. I have always used a PC. I'm not a Mac guy, and I've always been a Premiere guy. I've used Premiere for, gosh, what now? 22 years now. I think we started playing around with it in 97.
Mm-hmm.
I unfortunately will never give up Premiere, and I've tried Resolve. I don't like it. I know it's a great color grader, and probably I want our director of photography to come over and show me how to use, show me a little bit more about the program. But yeah, I'm a Premiere guy, so I'm dyed in wool. If you're like Resolve, that's fine. Go for Resolve. A lot of people say good things about it. Tom Antos is on. He made the switch over from Premiere to Resolve, so he's happy. So a lot of people are happy with it. So yeah, I would say go for it. Final Cut's never been my thing, so sorry about that.
We're apparently getting, I don't know, overdrive from one mic, level set too high, annoying distortion. I don't know.
Which one? Oh, yours?
Mine, maybe.
Oh, okay. Let's turn you down a little bit.
Just bring me down a little bit. See, the thing is also I'm at times can get louder.
I'm going to just back you off a little bit. There you go.
Yep, there we go. It should be all right now. Let's see. Yeah, cloud offering Adobe being offered in the cloud. Well, yeah, it kind of bugs me a little bit too.
I'm a little hot sometimes too. Well, thank you.
So it says no other one. Apparently, it's you. So turn yourself down a little bit. I don't know.
Maybe okay. Well, just turn both of ourselves down.
Yeah, there we go.
We're gonna be down. We're gonna hang down here for a little bit.
Yeah, we'll hang down.
We'll hang down a little low. Keep it down cool.
Keep it cool.
Keep it cool. About the cloud thing. So I looked at my purchase history, and I realized that I was spending just basically the same thing as I would be if I bought the cloud. Because every 9 months they would come out with a new version, or not 18. Every 18 months they come out with a new version.
Yeah, because 2019 just came out.
Yeah, well, I mean, every back before they had the cloud, and I would like sit there and like, oh, do I want to get the new version or not? And I would like hem and haw for like 2 months, and then just fine and just do it. And then like I just realized, I'm doing that already.
Yeah.
So the cloud thing is not a deal breaker for me.
So I just use the old version of Photoshop.
Yeah, sure.
And After Effects, but I use the newest, like I use the cloud version of freaking Adobe Premiere because I'm like, all the other ones just feel fine to me. I don't feel like I'm lacking anything. Mm-hmm. But Premiere, I always feel like I want it to be the newest version.
Premiere, you're probably fine. Honestly, I mean, the nice thing they do update some bugs and stuff like that. They make it a little more like powerful, but it's not that much. We had a question in here. What's your favorite Billy Wilder movie? Some Like It Hot is a good start.
Yeah,
I like Some Like It Hot. I like The Apartment, although I haven't seen that movie very many times.
I've only seen it one time.
Yeah, but I think that's a really good Billy Wilder movie. Another really good Billy Wilder is oh my gosh, my brain is fuzzing out. It's because I've been drinking. It's the Double Indemnity.
Oh,
gotcha, that time.
There you go.
Double Indemnity. You know what's funny? And then the other movie I was watching, I watched again, and I realized it just doesn't really work that well for me the second time. Was 1, 2, 3. You ever heard of that movie?
I didn't see that one.
Okay, 1, 2, 3 is about like a guy who opens a German Coca-Cola bottling plant on like the free side of Germany, West Berlin, and then he's like his daughter's in love with a guy on the east side, and like the whole thing caused Cagney to quit acting.
Really?
Because Billy Wilder's like faster, get those lines out faster, and he's like motor mouthing everything he was saying, right? And he's like, I'm done with this.
I hate you and I hate acting.
Cagney retired until he didn't come back until they made Ragtime in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
But that was it. Well, I think I finished my margarita, so I'm going to start with Kubler's Swiss Absinthe Superior tonight. This is my friend Eric gave me this a long time ago, and I have made very little margin to it.
A little bit, not even a big dent in it.
But this is a 153% alcohol by volume. So this is ought to make the Pubcast really interesting, right?
Yep. There you go.
All right,
and I do not have a shot of anything right now.
You can, if you want to try some of it. Oh.
Nah, I'll get some later.
I'm not even going to drink that much of it. Anyhow.
Just a little bit. But, yeah.
Right, so we answered that question. So the other question here was, what is the next video topic? And I think it's probably going to be time code. Time code, I think, will be the next topic.
Oh, yeah.
I think we'll wait till I finish that to release any more videos.
Yeah.
And then I've got this film jobs video that I shot last year with an executive from Fox who might now be part of Disney. I
guess that's
and we were talking about it back then, but yeah, we need to finish that and just put it up there.
Just put it up, get it done.
And you guys hopefully you guys will enjoy it. We haven't been doing a lot of film jobs because they just don't. People don't respond very well.
Yeah, we don't get the eyes on
I
it.
love the concept, but I just don't think maybe the audience isn't quite there for it.
Yeah.
I also want to do a United Artists Nups, which I another tidbit. I picked up an HMI light on an auction yesterday.
Oh yeah.
It was a company in Van Nuys that was going out of business, and they were selling a bunch of stuff, and I ended up picking up like a big old crate for like boxes. I'm gonna use it for taking like cables and stuff to shoots.
Oh, okay.
And then a smaller Pelican case, I think that size. And then I'm pointing that as if the people in the audience would know.
See it, yeah.
It's like a suitcase size kind of Pelican. And then a HMI, 575 watt HMI light, which I can use to shoot that United Artists video. I have some thoughts for it.
Brendan, I would
I don't know why we're here. That was held for review. I don't know why that was.
Well, it's because it has a link in it.
Oh, okay.
Here, I'll just do show. But you can always take a look at it, but I would suggest sending it through Twitter. Just do it at Filmmaker IQ. Just because this will probably be lost in this in the sea of chat at this point.
Whoa, that was a hit right there. Holy moly.
As for tips on promoting independent films, Ronald, we have a video on that.
That's for film festivals.
Yeah, well, for film festival, but independent,
Here's a way for you to promote your independent film. All right, so if you've been going to a Filmmaker IQ, you might have seen I've been promoting.
Oh yeah,
I've been doing a lot of basically articles on there about people and how they made their films. So if you want to write at least a 500 word, we're looking 500 word and up description of your filmmaking journey, like how you put your film together. And, I want to hear about what inspired you. I want to hear what camera you used even. I'm not terribly excited about gear, but, like, we can talk about gear. Yeah. I want to talk about how you got your camera. Did you have to sell blood? Did you have to, cut out a kidney to get your camera? How did you got the locations you got? How you got your actors and actresses? How did you get your music? Did you have to write your own music? If you want to write up a little, like, filmmaker's journey, and talk about your independent film, and just email me. Like, go to Filmmaker IQ, the contact, and just send me a contact request. Write out your article, send it to me. If it looks like you can put together more than 2 sentences, or put together 2 words together and make sense of it, I'll publish it. I want to hear more. I think filmmaking sites are too focused on gear. I want to hear about your stories about how you guys make your films, because that's really what inspires all of us, I think.
Yeah, exactly. The fun times, even the desperate and manic times that it makes for an adventure, like reading it and seeing what someone had to go through to get to the final product.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to publish more stuff like that. I'm not just putting it out here, but I'm going to put it on Twitter and just if you guys have the stories you want to tell, I'll publish it and hopefully share it. And then you can always put a link to your movie there, and you can either if it's finished and you want to share it off and show it there, or you can if it's like behind a paywall or something, that's fine too. Yeah. If we put a trailer up or something, as long as I'm getting something interesting and learning about you, I'm cool with with that kind of promotion.
Exactly.
So yeah, thanks. Yeah, absolutely, Ronald. That's why we're in it here. We're not in it. I'm not in it here to sit and talk about gear, although I know gear does a lot of numbers, and that last video we did about the Blackmagic Pocket camera did pretty good because it was talking about a technical part of the camera. But I'm more interested about the people and how the film actually gets made.
Yeah. So well, I mean, the thing is equipment will come and go. It's Like, no one's wondering what Kubrick used. I mean, well, some
They
people
do.
are, but I'm like more interested if there's behind the scene footage of Kubrick doing something, or what camera he used. People are gonna go for the footage because it's that idea of seeing him interact with with the actors or with crew or whatever it might be. It's that journey that's kind of the more fun thing to go with.
So I got a theory about Kubrick and why he was a big fan. Now, the real reason why Kubrick did so many takes is because he wanted to try different things, right? And just make sure he wanted to try everything, and then get in the post and figure out which one was the best one. But I kind of secretly believe that Kubrick loved filmmaking so much that he didn't want it to end. So he kept like, let's do another take. But let's try something different this time. I think that's the real reason why Kubrick. It wasn't because he had a vision. It wasn't because he had a vision in his head that he wanted to get precisely down. It was he didn't know what he wanted necessarily.
Yeah.
He was trying to figure out what it is he was trying to go for.
Yeah.
But anyhow.
And actually, funny. So David said, I've been pulling my DVD collections out and pulled out the Wes Anderson collection. The Royal Tenenbaums hit close to home for me. Did you guys have a favorite Wes Anderson film? Mine was the Royal Tenenbaums.
Mine is Grand Budapest Hotel by a pretty far margin.
Yeah.
And change your vote?
I like that one. I like both of them, but I think the weirdness of the Royal Tenenbaums I think was kind of like unique.
Well, there's a weirdness in
Life Aquatic.
He did too, Wes Anderson.
Yeah, okay. I was like, I'm not sure if he did it or not, if I'm going to say this and look like an idiot. But I mean, it's that same quality, same feel. But I think I liked the Royal Tenenbaums more than Life Aquatic. But I mean, yeah, the Grand Budapest was amazing.
You know what? Did you see Isle of Dogs?
I didn't see Isle of Dogs.
I watched it again for a second time, and I was really irked by it. The second viewing, I did not like it at all because it was trying to be Japanese, and it was taking all the Japanese stereotypes at such face value. Did we go off?
I don't know.
Oh,
did we?
I said okay back.
Okay.
Oh, are you still there, David?
Yeah, it looks like everybody's still there. I don't know. That was weird. Everybody, we paused for a second.
Pause when making probably not a very good point.
Yeah.
But that says good over there, so.
Yeah, so it's good over here still, too.
Okay, well, YouTube's being YouTube. Yeah, the film just, I think, did I tell you this in another pubcast or something like that, where it's like,
I remember you
the
talking
film was
about
just, it feels like, if you remember Wes Anderson's movie Rushmore.
Yeah.
The kid from Rushmore, it's like if he put on a play about Japanese characters without really knowing anything about Japan.
Yeah.
That was Isle of Dogs would be the movie he'd make.
Yeah.
Because it just, it's like, oh, the guy's eating sushi. Oh, the guy's name Mitsubishi. The guy's name, it's like every freaking stereotype there could possibly be. It's like, okay. Oh, the kids are playing taiko drums.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I never saw it, so
yeah.
I mean, I know which ones you're saying.
It's not. I mean, look, I don't know. I'm not one to be that sensitive to stuff like that. But it just the second time I watch it, it hit me harder.
Yeah, it irks you a little bit.
But first time I watched it in the theater, and it didn't really bother me at all.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why. Because visually, it's stunning.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you sit back and like listen just to like the parts of it, it's like ugh.
Yeah.
Anyhow. Sorry to all you Isle of Dogs fans out there, and of course, I'm not being super harsh on it. I think it's still a pretty decent movie. So,
yeah, it's hard to lately. It's hard for me to sit down and watch a movie.
Yeah.
That being said, I don't seem to have an issue watching TV shows.
Really?
Well, because they put like Lucifer on Netflix,
uh-huh.
and I watched the whole 3 seasons. But like I feel like I don't have to, for a movie I feel like I have to give it my attention.
Yeah.
But for a TV show I feel like I can sit back and do something else.
That's funny because I don't feel that way. I feel like a TV show I got to give my full attention to these days.
Yeah.
And then you're sitting like there, holy crap, 67 hours. I got to watch this thing.
Well, I feel they'll always I feel like later down the road in a TV show it always references something in the If it's a key fact that I should have seen that maybe I wasn't giving my full attention when I was watching, I feel like they'll go back, and so I'll still pick it up. However, in a movie, I feel like I have to give it my full attention for that hour and a half because then it's over. You know what I mean? there is nothing that's going to reference back to some episode or some scene or some episode that might have been key. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you the truth. I just tend to fall asleep actually. So just answer a question from Christ-Centered Ironworks. No, I'm sorry, Sean. You suck at rapid typing. Asking me if I'm Japanese or Hawaiian. I am Taiwanese and American.
Yeah.
So that's where my background is. So anyhow.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
And I'm Italian.
He's Italian. He's Italian stallion.
Tuning in. How is everyone? We're doing great. We're doing great. The late.
Oh, I suck at. Anyhow.
But yeah.
TV show.
Yeah, for TV shows versus movies, but that's how I.
So
feel.
I was having a meeting with somebody, and they brought up a good point about TV shows. And I'm sure we talked about this, but maybe my brain's going bad because of the booze. But like with TV shows, sometimes the problem with TV shows is they don't get to end.
Yeah.
You know, they just like constantly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, we were talking about this I think last time because of.
I think last time, yeah. We were both big fans of House.
There's no evolution.
Yeah.
Like they don't evolve or grow, and the problem is a lot of times in a show, if they do grow or they evolve, it's usually the main character and the main the main couple get together, and then the show is like the stereotypical like squabbles of that relationship, and then it slowly just kind of dies out.
Did you follow Bones all the way through?
I did not, because I lost freaking interest in it.
Yeah, because that's a show that they had that will they won't they for a long time.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, they did. And they're together, and like, okay. So if you watch the recent versions, like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah.
They're married or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah, it's like at one point, for some reason, Stewie was in like a thing where it was like a cartoon, but somebody got a concussion.
Oh, yeah.
Or like something. And I saw that, and I was like, I checked out. I'm out. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah. Let's see. Canon 6D Mark II.
Mark II. Nice.
Did anyone do the 31 Days of Horror challenge in October? I did not.
I don't know what that is.
I think it's 31 movies.
Oh,
like
31
Child's
movies.
Play,
Okay.
Halloween. And as much as I have an enjoyment of horror films, it's particular ones. I can't watch Child Play, not because it scares me, but because I remember you might have been there. I don't know. We watched it at Christian's house or whatever.
Okay. I wasn't there for that.
Okay, you weren't there for that. But it's just like, I watched it. I remember we were probably like in middle school, 7th or 8th grade. And I just lost the interest to it. It just was one of those things.
Yeah, I'm not. I like horror. My mom loves horror because it's the only kind of movie she can understand.
Yeah, screaming.
So I get to watch a lot of horror with her. I show her a lot of horror films. We like Pinhead. That Barker guy, that Clyde Barker is a demented genius.
Yeah,
love that guy. He's actually really good. I listened to an audiobook of his. I wish it would turn into a movie called Cold Heart Canyon, which is about this Romanian woman who takes a haunted castle. Or no, she owns a haunted castle in Romania, and this famous movie star comes to Romania and checks it out. It's like, I want to buy something that no one else can buy.
Yeah,
I'm buying the castle.
So
they take it brick by brick to Hollywood. They build
reassemble it,
and then it's all kinds of fucked up shit
Yeah.
happening. The people, like the stars, go down there and they start seeing like all kinds of weird medieval crap, and they start having orgies, and it's awesome. It's so much fun. And the guy's got a demented sense of humor and imagination, and I love that about him.
Yeah,
Clive Barker, good man, and a great name for a horror film director
there you
too.
Go. I gave up on Suits for the same reason. Started off great and then became meh. Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, Patreon doesn't do a one-time donation. I think if you want to just donate, you can do a super chat here.
Yeah.
If you want to donate a one-time donation, that works. Or just go on Patreon and sign up for 1 month and just leave.
Yeah.
We just sign up and then cancel it real quick. I imagine that'd be okay.
I like Dirk. I ended up doing 100 Days of Horror challenge. Watched over 140 horror films between October 1st.
That is dedication.
And 8th of January. That is some dedication.
That is a workout. I can't even name 140 horror films.
No, I don't know if you just went like horror on Netflix and just started like at A and ended in Z, but my God, bravo for that.
That's a lot of movies to get through.
But
I turned off my notifications for reasons, but didn't know about the pub. Oh, hi, Brandon. Welcome back.
What's up, Brandon?
Welcome back, Brandon. Yeah. We're just hanging out here on a Friday night, drinking Swiss absinthe, or I am.
Well, he is.
And trying not to cough during the pubcast because this is like, inflaming my little tiny cough that I have.
We're doing great. Yeah,
I'm doing all right.
It's a Friday night, and we're just kind of relaxing, chatting with everybody, getting to see some new faces and some old faces, and just trying to get to everybody within a month, which is get to all the people that can't always be at our afternoon shows or more like and then or those that can be at our night ones.
Yeah, I think next month or maybe March I might have to flip at one of the day nights ones because I'm contracted to play French horn for Into the Woods.
That is true.
So there'll be either, or we could do it after a show because I get off at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, you're going to do a later one.
But then you might want to be.
Yeah, well, that means I might have to crash somewhere.
Yeah, so maybe we'll figure it out.
My house has 5 dogs that aren't mine. And it's not like my roommates watch this, and it is bullshit because those dogs bark like nobody's business when I come home. It is literally the crappiest thing. Anyway.
Hey, I forgot to get to Sean I think Sean had a question earlier about if I'm watching any movies to study the editing.
Oh, yeah.
And the answer is no, I'm not really. I don't know. I mean, I don't really watch movies to study the editing so much as just I watch movies and then I kind of glean stuff from them.
Yeah, I think that's probably I'd have to agree. It's one of those things you're like, oh, that was a cool idea, and then
you try to do it yourself.
You were like, well, I want to kind of do something like I saw on this one thing, where but you're not really looking for that particular stuff. It's just kind of one of those things where you glean it by just catching it and being like, oh, that was cool. And
I think with editing too, you learn so much more editing when you actually have the footage in front of you.
Yeah.
Because then you can actually move stuff over. It's like, okay, if I move it like a frame or two this way, that looks better or that works better. I don't know. If I, you're always fudging it like frame by frame on every single cut.
Yeah. And thank you, David, because David said, thanks for making the Pubcast interacting with the audience.
Yeah.
I did enjoy the late night talk shows you guys did a while back.
No, we keep bringing that up.
Yeah. We did the Filmmaker IQ Live, which was our attempt to do our own little Conan O'Brien-esque type idea. But the problem became that we were trying to do one a month, and
it was still
a
lot of work.
It was a lot. It was a lot of work for our little ragtag team. And while it was really fun, it was one of those things where we just thought, well, if we were gonna do a short, might as well just do that in itself. Or if we're gonna do, interacting with you guys, we could just do that by itself, which is kind of what this became. But
and then we could transition off, and we keep talking about this, and you'll see it eventually.
Yeah.
That the shorts that we were doing for the late night show, we would transition off to doing them as shorts.
Yeah,
and then we just present them as shorts to you guys.
Yep.
And we have. I'm going to show Joe the latest cut of the first one we're going to do, which is a sponsored one by Ambient.
Yep.
But it's I'm finding myself I'm finding there's a lot more joy in doing a longer short. And more time we put into it and getting actors and not feeling like, oh, we're just pressed for time and we have to get this turned around as fast as we can. They get a little more time with it and do it right and make it funny and make it good.
And then that way you're also going to see, we're going to try to do it in 2 kind of ideas, the short and then the kind of the behind the scenes informational part of it, which is our process for it a little bit. So that way you can see, how it was done. You can see the finished product and you can see how we got to that finished product.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean that'll kind of be be fun, and I think allow everybody to get an idea of everything that's going on. But I think this time we're going to actually have to find someone who takes the camera for the whole short, because as I found, like, it was a little bit difficult on this
Which one?
the ambient one. Well, because we had me do a little bit of it, and then I'm like, I see Ed, I'm like, Ed, are you?
Well, he had to leave halfway
yeah,
through.
he had to
early.
leave halfway through. But like Ed was doing some stuff, and then he'd put the camera down, and he'd walk away, and he'd start talking. He goes like, "Oh, that'd be a great shot, like right there," but he'd already missed it. And then he had to go too, which isn't his fault. I mean, it was just what it was.
Well, we had,
but
we have the if you are a Patreon member, you can actually watch the behind the footage.
You guys can watch the footage.
It's all 2 hours. We have 2 hours to sift through, so I'm not too worried about the footage.
It's not like there wasn't a lot.
No, there's a ton of footage.
And that is the part of it was I think we filled up a car, like three cards throughout the whole that shoot, the 2 hours. Was it like 3 cards?
I mean, on the back behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, on the behind the scenes.
I think. Well, I don't know. It was 2 hours altogether.
Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, it was fun, and I was sifting through it as well, or kind of watching it when I was doing that stuff.
Yeah, we did it last time. It was the wizard rap.
Yeah.
I don't even think I might still even have it on this board somewhere.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
But
yeah, this short I'm really proud of. I'm talking to death about it, but you guys will see it soon enough, and I think you guys will enjoy it. So yeah, that's what happened to that's the long answer to what happened to the late night show.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, Chris said, like, the more I watch, the more I like that set you guys. The set right here that you guys are seeing behind me is the Filmmaker IQ live set that we built for that particular idea, and we had some really good ideas for it that we didn't get to play because we wanted to kind of do a little bit of surreal things kept happening. If you guys watch the 3, you can kind of see it evolving into this weird little bit of sketch / overarching weird storyline with the dream sequence and some other stuff. So like, it was a really cool idea. Sadly, it's just we're not at that point where we could do it, and if we did, it would be more a little bit more unique and probably a little bit faster, I think. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it was a cool idea and something we can say, hey, we tried it. And yeah, as he said, like, you guys are going to see a short now, and there will be more shorts in the future. So
David Simmons' hardest part about for me is filmmaking is getting everyone together on time.
Yeah.
Holy moly. And, like, this is the hardest thing for high schoolers to get. Like, remember when we were in high school and we were like, let's make a film.
Yep.
Oh, I'll get Billy over there to play the part of the mean bad guy.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Billy can't go out today because he's grounded.
Yep.
And it's like, are you kidding? Like, I set up this entire shoot for Billy, and Billy's grounded.
So, I'll kind of point. So we created this fun story at the end of senior year. It was called The Banana Killer.
It's Banana Terrorist.
Banana Terrorist.
This is before 9/11, people. So.
Yeah. And so we got people from our high school. Some of them were still in high school, and some of us had graduated. And the main guy who we hired to be one of the main actors in it could not get to the place where we essentially had rented a room to shoot, and he could not get there because he had been grounded. That is literally and we, like, nothing has ever become of that script.
Nope.
Rightfully so.
It will never be seen again.
And it will never be seen again. But we thought we would take a part in it as cameo appearances as well. And needless to say, it was painful.
Yeah,
but it was a lesson. It was a lesson, and that is make sure you have a backup for your backup. At that point is really.
And also, features are hard.
Yeah, and also features are really hard.
Like it's the epitome of, like, young hubris to think that you can make a feature at like 18, and like, oh, I'm gonna make a feature. You go ahead and try.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's some people can actually pull it off, and then, like, sure, okay, it's feature length.
Yeah.
Is it a movie? I don't know about that. Yeah. So I wanted to just somebody I do Omo Tayo. I want you guys to do smaller version explanation videos. Go ahead and clarify what you mean by that, because I will listen to you. The IQ Bits is my version of doing smaller explainer videos.
Yeah.
So let me know what you want, what you're interested in, because I honestly, like, I don't know what people or where their mind's at necessarily, or like what level they want to talk about.
And that's the thing, is like we're trying to test out new stuff, and what works obviously we're gonna stick to, and what doesn't might drop or we might tweak, I mean, depending on it. So can you do a video on your live stream setup?
If you go on our first video,
if you go on the very first Filmmaker IQ video
live,
IQ Live, the episode 1, there is a video that goes through not only a tour of the studio, but also the setup that we use and all of that. So yes, there is a way for you to be able to check out what we're doing and how we did it. But yeah, you're gonna have to check out that first Filmmaker IQ Live video. Bump up those numbers. It's only been a year.
It's only got 3,000 views, so whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyhow, I did. So I have this one I call Mission Control, which is this computer box here. I also put together a more mobile version of it called, what I call it? I don't know.
Mobile Command.
Mobile Command or Mobile Control.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, I don't get to use it for streaming very often, because the fact is, I get clients that say that I want to stream my show, but you're in a place that has no internet.
Yeah.
Your internet sucks, and like I can't stream from if you don't have internet, which is bizarre. How there's so many places like we shot. I'm not going to name names, but a client of mine was shooting something in a bowling alley. It's a bowling alley, but they have a nice big like fancy place to do like events. And their internet sucks so bad that even the employees are not allowed to use it, because it might mess up the register for the card machines.
Yeah,
because it actually blocks the data flow. Mm-hmm. It's that bad. So what they eventually did was they hired out a company that does wireless, and just to drop that for the one event, one day that they needed it. So
yeah. And Sean, we did do something like that, which is try showing what works and what doesn't. Like we did do that one with the blocking video. Where we showed essentially from very little blocking to high levels of blocking and mannerisms and all that. Just showing the levels. And that's a good idea of going in there and probably doing a few more of music and sound, or adding sound effects or something. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's definitely one of those things that that actually is not a bad idea. We really enjoyed the blocking when we did it at YouTube Studios. Basically the same place we just did the short that we're doing right now. Actually in the same studio.
No, that's Studio 3.
Was it? I thought it was
Studio 2. We were across the hall.
Oh yeah, we were across the hall. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, never mind. It was the one across the hall, not the one in front of the where we were. But yeah. So it was really fun and it was a unique thing. But the other thing that worked in our favor for that was the studio, or that was already set up. We just came in and lit it and was able to just run with that.
We ran fast,
and we had to run real fast.
That's the reason, and we talked about this before on the last one. The reason we went over time on our last shoot.
Yeah,
but I was thinking maybe the reason why is because we didn't shoot dual camera. We shot one camera.
Yep.
And I'm wondering if I'll guarantee you that if we shot dual camera, we probably would have blasted through that a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have needed the extra shots, cutaway shots.
Yep.
But
that's true. But it's
the thing is, I don't know. Maybe not, because
it
was a big cast and big crew, so it was a big ship.
Yep.
So maybe not. Things. What percentage of your views are from streamed videos? Very tiny percent.
Oh yeah.
So look, we do these hangouts to hang out with you guys and chat with anybody that wants to talk with us live. Maybe you guys will watch it later. I know we get about a couple thousand now on these views.
Yeah.
They're not huge. They're not big. They're not big draws, but. I think
a lot of what we talk about in here is with you guys. So
yeah.
Some people are apparently diehard fans who want to come and check out these videos, and God bless them. Mm-hmm. But or Raptor Jesus bless him. I don't know, whichever one you want to go with. And so, being that way is kind of loses a little bit. Like, we can interact with you. The moment you guys say something in here, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Is this also a podcast on iTunes? No. Probably if we did something that was going to be like on iTunes, it would be more of a not interaction with you guys. It would be more of an interaction with us with a set of topics. More so for the fact that, again, people aren't going to be able to read what you guys are saying, and at the same time, we're not going to repeat everything you guys say on the camera, because we would essentially just be echoing what you guys already see.
If you notice too, like in previous pubcasts, we would have like a wall here with the text going.
Yeah.
And I got rid of that because YouTube now puts the text in.
Yeah, it's like
in
right
line.
next to it,
so people can kind of reference what the heck we're talking about when someone says a question, and we try to answer it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the reason why they're not going on iTunes, is because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Because if we were gonna do something like that, it would be we have a set of topics that we could both hit upon and talk about. It might be some like what's out in the tech world, what's this, what we're doing and stuff like that. But this is more to interact with you guys and be able to chat with you and let you guys ask your questions and or call us fat or whatever it might be.
And a drink on the air.
And a drink on the air. Except I'm drinking water.
Licorice
and
tasting.
Maybe we get that those sweet I don't know, alcohol being sent to us.
Yeah, if you want to send over a bottle of something for us to try on Pubcast, that would be a nice way to expand our adventures there. I'm going to cough again.
There you go. Hey, all. I think I asked a while ago, but it totally passed my mind at the time. I've been a music producer / sound engineer for almost a decade now. Would you guys ever need music for anything?
Yes.
I'm also very experienced in mastering, editing, and post processing. Anything sound related, I'd certainly be willing to do it for free.
Yay. Where are you?
Nova. I mean,
if you're nearby us, we can talk, because I have a film that needs maybe some mastering.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm working on it right now, but
so Nova, feel free to what would you say? Hit him up.
Go to YouTube. Go to filmmakeriq.com. Go and contact us. And California. No, you're San Francisco. You're a little further away. You're further north than us.
Yeah, but
we'll talk. Just send me an email.
Looking for ideas on spicing up my forging tutorials. First off, awesome.
Nice.
Like metalworking or metallurgy, that's freaking amazing. With more visual storytelling, maybe do a little bit of history on the item that you're making. I mean, that would be really cool.
Sparks are good,
Yeah.
Something like forging. You could do like shallow depth of field is always sexy.
It was that one with it was the guy from Burbank who did all the like weapons for like Pirates of the Caribbean and all that stuff. They did like a season of it. It was like, I think on the Awe channel or something that. I would take a look at that, because that might be something you could get some ideas from. What was that freaking name of that show?
I know on History Channel they had a show like that where they would do forging stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's all about the sexy shots and heat and metal, and sound effects are key too. Don't forget about sound effects.
This is gonna bother me.
There's one question that asked Sprinkled Donut. That sounds good. What conferences are you attending this year? I think I'm going to make a reappearance at NAB this year. I haven't been to NAB in a couple years because I financially haven't been able to make it work out. But this year I might think about going back, at least just to see what's going on, to go to the parties, see what's happening. But yeah, NAB is a fun one. Which one is it?
So it's called Man at Arms.
Oh yeah, Man at Arms.
Reforged. The newer ones I'm not super a big fan of, but the first season of it, they did a really cool one. He does a lot of gamer like weapons or like weapons from animes and stuff like that. But I mean, something where if you're going for more historical, maybe you could take a look at that, and that might give you some ideas.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, anyway, yeah.
And thank you, Sean, for your kind words there.
What did Sean say? What you do is awesome to me, as I studied photography 50 years ago and I did a course, so only available to 20 people per year of the course. Oh, wow. Yeah.
So I've been keep tossing this around, and maybe I'll throw it to you guys in chat. That absence is like, it's just a second. It takes a second and then it punches you right in the throat.
Yeah.
But anyhow, if you guys would be interested, like I was talking to somebody about doing like a live lecture. I might do like, I was interested in doing a lecture about like the Zen. I call it the Zen of photography.
Oh yeah.
And it would be like covering basically all the math and conceptual stuff of lenses, from like the very basic stuff to like depth of field and hyperfocal distance and all that stuff. But I would show it to you guys in a live situation, and we'd have experiments. We'd have lasers. I'd have to be careful with the lasers because I don't know if it's like it might be a safety issue.
Yeah.
But like I would show you guys, I would give you like reading stones. We would play with lenses and experiment with stuff, and do it in person. I mean, they're similar to what the videos I have out, but there would be like a whole day course.
Yeah.
And another day would be like exposure and dynamic range and all that. Would that be something you guys would be interested in going to? I'm trying to figure this out. Something that you guys would be interested in attending, and obviously it would cost a little something, but let me know in the comments, because that's something I've been kicking around in my brain about how to do that.
We're located at this point in California, so
we're Southern California.
Southern
if you want to be a
California.
little more specific.
Yeah.
We are halfway between like San Diego and LA. So, anyhow, that's my idea.
But yeah, so I mean that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Also, Christ-centered Ironworks. If you like decide to make a new video, do let us know. Again, you can add us in Twitter so that we can check it out and stuff like that, because it'd be really cool to see. Obviously, we want to check out what people can do. And
Christ-centered Ironworks, if you want to make a video and then write about how you made it, and like if you're really proud of something you've done, if you do a 500-word article, I'll post that, because I want to hear. And filmmaking is not just stuff you see in the movies.
Yeah.
Filmmaking is making commercials. Filmmaking is music videos. It's television. It's everything. It's wedding videos. It's bar mitzvah videos. It's little silly cartoons. But it's I don't look at filmmaking as just this tiny little thing. I look at it as a whole big encompassing thing. And a video about forging stuff for real is pretty cool.
Yep.
So I definitely want to see that. So,
all right. Yeah. Well, it's about 10:38.
10:30. Oh my gosh, already.
Yeah. The one thing is normally we usually go for about an hour and a half, but now that we're doing, and that was when we were doing one, so we do like 1.5, 2 hours. But that was we were doing once a month. Now we're trying to do it twice a month, but we're also kind of dropping back to about an hour. It is really cool to hang out with you guys, but at the same time, we don't want to just We don't want to sit here rambling. Always leave them wanting more, I think is what they say. And at the same time, in 2 weeks when we do the next one, which will be the day shift one again, hopefully
we'll see you guys again.
We'll see you guys again, and hopefully we'll have some more stuff to bring to the table.
All right, one quick last question. Where to get the live sign? I made it.
Yeah, that was made.
So that's custom. Anyway, by the way, check us out on Patreon.
Yep.
We're getting close to that pie fight. I can smell it. I can smell what Patreon's cooking.
What Patreon is cooking.
All right, yeah, and to check out FilmmakerIQ.com. And, of course, check out our teespring.com/store/FilmmakerIQ for all that cool merch. You guys know you want it. Stay tuned for our next video, probably time code. And then we'll be back again in a couple weeks for a day shift to hang out with you guys some more.
Exactly.
But thanks for guys for just coming out and hanging out. It means a lot to us. Any last words, Joe?
No, that's about it. As they already said, we're getting close to that pie fight on Patreon. We are, working on some stuff to bring to you for those shorts, so do keep an eye out on the channel. Again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and watching this. And hopefully we will see you guys on the next one.
Tony, we'll get you Oscar picks next time, so stay tuned, okay, buddy?
There you go.
All right.
2 weeks from now, Oscar picks.
Oscar picks. Well, we got time.
Yeah, we got time.
All right, guys, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
All right, later, guys.
Wait a minute, cut this shit.